We have 5 more pictures from our live streaming sites, and I want to let you know that I did hear from Lizzie, and she was watching yesterday. So it was kind of fun to hold her feet to the fire about that. So let's see, pictures. Do we have pictures of Beaverton, first of all? And Coquille? And Klamath Falls, the correct group shot. Apparently yesterday was the incorrect group shot. And we have a picture of the group that gathered last night at Lentz for a little slumber party. So that's my home church. So good morning to my church family. I'm glad you had such a fun time. And we have a group from Texas. The son-in-law saying, "Don't let anybody know I'm watching Women's Retreat." Sorry, Michael, you've been outed by your mother-in-law. I hope you'll forgive me in time for Thanksgiving. I want to say a special thank you to our pianist, but I am very embarrassed to tell you that I don't know her name. Whoever you were that played for us and filled in, because thank you so much. We really appreciate serving the Lord and serving us in that way. I want you to just know that we're going to be praying in a few minutes over the prayer requests that have been turned in over the weekend. So if you still want to get one in there, you're welcome to come up at any point during the program and put it, well, in the next few minutes during my announcement time, and put it in, because that's the next thing we'll do after I am done with announcements and giveaways, is to pray over those. So if you want to still slip up here and do that. Again, we won't be reading them. This is kind of a little tradition that you're able to communicate that directly with the Lord. We'll pray over them again at the conference office, again, not reading them, and then we'll burn them as per tradition. So that's what will happen with that. As you came in, you found on your chairs another piece of paper, and that would be the pink evaluation form. Now, I'm going to get my team together on Wednesday night, and we're going to have a little debriefing, praise the Lord kind of dinner together at my house. And I can tell you that no matter what fabulous food I fix for them, they're not going to care about it. They're going to want to read those evaluations. So write something good on there, because they cannot wait to read all of those evaluations. And it's very important we take it into consideration as we plan for the next year. So please take the time to fill that out. Also, it gives us an opportunity to affirm some of our speakers. When you say you love them or say specific things about them, we'll be able to pass that on to them. So thank you for doing that. Several of you have asked me, are the presentations being recorded and can we get DVDs? The answer to the DVDs is no, but the answer to the recording is yes. And it's even better than if we put them on DVDs, because it's going to be free on the website. So how about that? So we thank our AV team for making that happen. Last year's retreat is still on the website if you have an interest in watching that. And so you would go to OregonConference.org, and then to departments, and then to Women's Ministries, and you'll find the links there for that. So I asked, how long do you think that'll take before you start getting that up? And they said, as we have them ready, we'll put them up. Apparently, it's not like posting a picture on Facebook. It takes longer for some reason than that. So, but that's good. Those are going to be appearing over the next, 3 or 4 weeks probably. The website is OregonConference.org. So, all right. And if a number of you have been taking pictures over the weekend, and even though we don't have another opportunity to show them before the meetings times, we would enjoy putting them on the website as well. Louise will be putting a bunch of pictures on the website. So if you have pictures that you can share with her even before you leave, that would be fabulous. We would love to be able to have some of your pictures in there as well. Now, last night we put a bunch of free stuff out on those tables in the hallway, and there's quite a bit left, so go ahead and take advantage of that. There are 2 things I wanted to point out to you. One is a brochure on the Journey to Wholeness program that is put on by Adventist Recovery Ministries. There's a brochure out there. It has the 12 steps in there. It has the 12 steps to recovery, whether it's alcoholism or drug addiction or whatever. And then it has, alongside of those, each of the 12 steps, there's a column that shows the parallel step in the book Steps to Christ. And then there's a column that shows the biblical parallels. And so it's really a very wonderful resource. And I want you to take advantage of that if that's of meaning to you, value. The other thing is, you noticed your nail files that were in your packets, and they're so pretty. We were so excited because they went with our theme so well. Those are gifts to us, along with those fabulous pink pens from the North American Division Women's Ministries Department. And Carla and I were really excited how those all went together. The third thing that they sent, which we put out on this table, are the little sticky note pads, and they have the butterfly on there. And so make sure that you get one of those. And I don't know if Carla's watching this morning, but just in case, Carla, thank you so much for sending us all that material. We had enough to send out to the live streaming sites as well, so that was really a blessing, a tremendous support from the Women's Ministries Department at the North American Division. So we're grateful for that. Yes, absolutely. So Jackie is making her way up here. She's coming up here with some stuff because now is the time when we have some giveaways, some things to give away to you. And I want to do that last. Okay. But other than that, and that next to the last, and next to the last. But other than that, you can give me it in random order. So these are things, some of the things we have purchased in our department, and some of the things have been sent to us by Pacific Press or Review and Herald, and for us to be able to just give away. And I have to tell you that this is probably the hardest thing for me to give away because I really love this. This is a book. It's called Celebrations, Living Life to the Fullest, and it goes through the basics of living the full, abundant life. But the reason I love it so much is because it's so full of beautiful, beautiful pictures. So I want to know if there is a photographer. How many photographers do we have? Jackie's going to find a photographer, and she's just going to pick a random person because you will appreciate the photography in there. I'm going to need a second person to come up here and help me. The next book, we were so excited to find this. Look at this book. Beautiful in God's Eyes. Isn't that fun? I thought we have to have some of those at our retreat. So, boy, how do you choose these people? You're not throwing these? They're too heavy for throwing? Divide these up somehow, and I'm going to ask for women who were here for the first time only. Raise your hands, and 6 of you will be able to get one of those. Okay? All right, and now I want to ask about somebody who's been here. How many of you old-timers, besides Ginny, know that you attended a retreat when Ruthie Jacobson was the Women's Ministries Director? I have 3 books, Living Blessed, the mission statement of the born-again follower of Christ, by Ruthie Jacobson. So find 3 people who were here when she was director and give those out. Thank you. We'll just try to lighten this up as fast as we can. Would you give this to somebody over in the section? The teens are all sitting there in a row, and maybe somehow choose a teen, the youngest one or something. That's a devotional book for the teens. This is the new devotional book for women. I just want somebody in their 20s. Not you. Do you remember what I said last night? Even if you're not a Christian, act like one this weekend. Find somebody. It's the derma wand, yeah. Find somebody in their 20s. Maybe go over to that corner somewhere, that back corner. Okay, is there somebody? Now, I would not be included in this. My daughter would be because she loves nothing better than a new cookbook. I do not care about cookbooks, but is there somebody here who just loves, way in the back, standing by the back door back there with one hand up. There's somebody she's pointing to herself. That one. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see who it is. All right, is there anybody who will, let's see. Here's a Kay Rizzo book. Maybe one of the teen girls would like to have that one. This is about Jewish ministries. Is there somebody who has a special interest and love for Jewish ministries? Right here. We have somebody right here raising her hand. That makes it easy. Oh, here's another cookbook. So take it back to the one who was raising two hands back there. And that was close. This is just, I'm just going to throw this one out there. I should have given you the warning. Heads up, right? It's a kind of unpredictable what happens up here. Okay. I do not know who to give this to. You will all want it. That's the problem. I don't want there to be a fight. A riot. What? Okay, I like it. We're going to turn over to the teens again for this one. And this is a brand new released woman's Bible. It is beautifully packaged. It actually comes in at least 3 different color combinations, if not 4. And they sent us one to be able to give away. And I want one of the teens to have it, maybe somebody who doesn't have a nice Bible of their own. And so give it to one of those girls over there. And she just looks like a teen. She uses the Dermawant too. Jackie says she's 60. She uses the Dermawant. All right. Just pass these out to some random women who look like they need something to take home from retreat. I don't know. All right. Now, I have something really special here, and I already know who I'm going to give this to. And it isn't Jackie. I'm gonna make you cookies, okay, for Wednesday night. All right. Okay. This is really a pretty cool thing. Our very precious speaker, Joanne, has framed the Proverbs 31. And because we're talking about that this morning. And so she's brought this all wrapped up in tons of bubble wrap for somebody to have this weekend. Now, somebody was talking to me at breakfast and telling me, and she has longerish curly hair, and she was telling me she had just been baptized about a year ago. So where are you? I can't see you because of the lights. There she is. Congratulations, sweetie, and I hope you enjoy that. Blessings from Joanne. Okay, now you'll be able to sit down now because I'll put these over here. Oh, yes. Okay, I have 4 sets of these. These are called Journey of Joy, Healthy Emotions, and Holy Hearts. This is the Bible study DVDs that Carla Gober did. It was the first time the Adventist Church had a Bible study series on DVDs specifically for women. Elizabeth Talbot did the second set, but Carla Gober did the first. And I know she's been a speaker here in the Oregon Conference. Do any of you remember her? Okay, and how many of you have used this in your church? I can see your hands. I know several around the conference have, and they have loved it. So I want to know if there is somebody who is a women's ministries director in your local church, officially elected, who absolutely will use one of these. So if you will pass out 2, and you will pass out 2, the rest of you are still in luck. Okay. All right. Whoops. The rest of you can take courage because you can order them through the ABC. So you can all have one. That's the good news. All right. And now, how many of you were blessed Friday night with our special music by Elise? Didn't you love that? I've had so many of you. And she's going to be sharing with us this morning. She and Ruth, who've been working with the teens, and the teens are going to be up here, and we're looking forward to that. But she has, Elise is going to be singing for us again this morning, but she has been willing for me to give away one of these DVDs. So, a CD. There's a hand right back there. It was the first one that went up. Yep. On the aisle on the left. Oh, I'm sorry. Is there anybody here who can play the ukulele? Okay, find that person, Jackie. I apologize to you. I got ahead of myself. Okay. Now that we have that resolved, I have an announcement to make about next year. Next year, our speaker is going to be somebody that you just now acknowledge that you know and love. And that is Dr. Carla Gober Parks. She will be speaking at camp meeting and at our women's retreat next year. So we're really excited and looking forward to that. Back to this year, though, we want to say how much we have enjoyed. We're not going to be able to express how much we have appreciated Dr. Joanne. So I need you to come up here just for a minute, Joanne, because we have something special to give to you. Now, you know, we've had this theme, Simply Beautiful. And so we wanted to give you something really beautiful. And we wanted to give you something that nobody else could give you. I know you travel all over the place teaching and speaking. And probably you were at Oregon Conference at camp meeting, but they're not going to be able to give you this at camp meeting. I'm sure that you've spoken at Andrews, not just taught there, but Andrews University. We wanted to give you something Andrews University can't give you.
An Oregon mountain.
An Oregon mountain. And
Close.
I'm sorry. Sometimes, though, it's hard for somebody to pick out something that you're going to think is especially beautiful, even though I might think it's especially beautiful. So we wanted you to have something unique that likely nobody but Oregon would give to you. And we want you to be able to pick out something. So we have a gift card for you for Victoria's Secret.
Enjoy it. Your husband will. My husband will love this.
We love you.
I've got to tell you that when I left, I leave cards for him in funny places, and I left this one in the microwave. And so I said, when you make lunch, be sure and get the card out first. You know what it said? It said, I'm thinking of you on the outside, and inside it just said one word, naked. So I'll show him this, and he'll love it.